A lot of people seem to enjoy it the first go around, so we have a few more we're going to add to the 4 worst people at bottle shares or tastings. So on the first go around, I just kind of had spitballed off the top of my head from my years of craft beer and whiskey to give you guys 4 of the people that are the worst at shares or tastings. Well, we actually had a lot of comments on that video, and there's been a couple suggestions. And then I asked ChatGPT to give me a suggestion, and I threw one more in here. So here's part 2, and you're gonna see a familiar face come back to be the person that's kind of the whipping boy for this. All right, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me back. I know last time y'all had some problems, and I'm really sorry about that. I took it all to heart. And I'm ready this time. You know, I brought a good bottle. I'm gonna be respectful and listen. Man, but you know, the one thing is I didn't get a chance to stop and have dinner, so my wife sent me with some stuff to eat here. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna go ahead and eat while we get set up and everything and whatnot. So, well, yeah, it's kimchi, it's cabbage, it's good. I mean, it's not a big deal if it stinks up the room, is it? So while our friend seems sincere about trying to actually think about the things we shared in the last video, you know, I just think it's something that goes without saying he didn't think too much about, you know, what he was bringing to eat, how that might affect everyone else's experience. And to be honest with you, this probably isn't a big occurrence, but it has occurred at a share I've been at before. In fact, little guilty of it towards the end. We ordered some Chinese food. Everyone's getting a little hungry, and still we're doing some drinking, and we realized when it got there, you know, some of the hot and spicy stuff really takes over the room. Guess what? Ruins those aromatic experiences. So if you're really having a share where you want to get into something that's got a super sensory experience because they're either, you know, really unique bottles or something, again, just remind everybody up front as the host, hey, let's pump the brakes if you're bringing any other food. Let's talk about it. Make sure it's not stinky food because it could ruin someone's experience. So the next one is gonna be the one I mentioned at the top that ChatGPT suggested. And then the last 2 will be viewer submissions from the first video's comments. Okay, cool. So you guys backed me up on the kimchi. I'm really sorry. I actually really didn't honestly think about that. So good points, boys. I'm glad you caught me before I opened it. No big deal. Let's move forward. I am super excited. So we all kind of been sharing what kind of bottles we brought. I brought this Remus bourbon, this Woodinville bourbon. I know it's open. Okay, we all talked about that ahead of time. It's okay to bring open bottles. It's a big deal to some people. That's not, you know, it is. But what? Oh, these are going to be great. I know they're not ryes. I know this is supposed to be a rye share, but like, come on, guys. I mean, these are going to be great bottles. You don't want to try these? Oh, come on. Yeah, our friend still hasn't learned, has he? You know, sometimes as a group, you agree on rules or themes, right? In this case, it seems like the group agreed on ryes, and he brings 2 single barrel bourbons, which are probably great. Maybe, who knows? And, you know, certainly if it's something you want to share off to the side at some point, fine, that's amazing, right? But really not fitting in. So don't be that person if the group's agreeing to a share. It's better off to say, hey, I don't think I have anything for this. You know, a lot of times somebody's going to cover you, to be honest with you. So don't worry about that if that's the case, but just don't be that person. All right, so the next one was suggested by Kyle G in the comments from the previous video. I think you're going to like this one. All right. So you guys gave me all those tips and tricks from last time. I can't wait for this one. We're gonna have a little Thomas H handy. It's gonna be amazing. So, you know, I'll make sure I don't pour too much. We know you can go back and watch the other experience. Unfortunately, you guys videotaped it, you jerks. So, you know, whatever. But we're gonna do a little pour here and all that, and then we'll go around, talk about smelling, all that stuff. All right, cool. See, just a little bit, not overindulging. All right, we're good to move to the tasting. What? Oh, come on, guys. You guys had a problem with me over pouring last time and asking questions. What do you care about how fast I drink it or not? I mean, you know, it's not like you guys are experiencing it. I'm the one experiencing it here. So yeah, old buddy just shot a Thomas H handy. Now, here's the thing, right? It's a little snobby to say enjoy whiskey how you want to and say you mean it, and maybe look at someone that's just shooting something. This isn't meant for the, you know, somebody that poured a tiny bit and just shot it back because that's all they had, a one shot. This is meant for someone that's doing it consistently all night or starts out just rip roaring. So this usually goes one of 2 ways. It's either one, they don't know how they should be doing it. They've heard it called a shot and maybe they're newer to it, which is fine. Let's do some education there. Or two, they could just be doing it because that's what they're there to do, to either get drunk or whatever the case is. Point being, I think most people, it's just, hey, you know, killed that one, you know, whatever, a little joking around. But this person generally actually does catch the ire of kind of everyone in the room and could be lead to some uncomfortable and maybe break down the environment if you're trying to have a nice share. Now, this last one was submitted by OG Brick 420, and I think it's actually a really interesting one. So I hope you guys think so as well. Oh, hey, Nate, thanks for hosting, man. We really appreciate it. And this has been great so far. But I got a question for you. So I was out taking a leak in your bathroom, walked past your studio, and, you know, I saw a couple things. Hey, do you care if I try this Russell's 13? I know it wasn't something you were putting forward tonight, but, you know, I'm a big turkey guy too, just like you. So, I mean, you're not going to mind that, right? Oh, and this Master's Keep, do you care? Maybe we can get into that a little bit. I mean, come on, you know, so... Oh, and the last thing is this Willet, you know, I heard you say maybe it's not like worth the money or whatever. I haven't tried it yet. I have no idea. So what do you think? Can we jump into these too? I mean, please? I mean, come on. Yeah, the host shamer. You know, I don't always think these people do this with bad intentions, but it seems like there is enough out there that maybe you have to second guess that whole statement I just made. I don't know. But at any rate, inevitably what will happen is someone will go, yeah, man, you still got that back in the room, right? And whatever. And I think that's generally pure, right? It's if someone takes the steps to actually point out or call out and be like, hey, let's go grab a nip of that or something. It's like, you know, pay attention to your host and whatnot. You're lucky you didn't get kicked out, dude. I mean, you may not be back on a video, so we'll see if that happens. But, you know, I think a lot of these situations honestly don't occur that often. But it is something that does come up, and I think it's innocent most of the time. If it's not, I mean, obviously people are going to shut it down. It could certainly ruin your share to a certain extent, or at least bring the mood down for a short period of time. So hopefully, if you haven't been to a share tasting before, you kind of understand and can watch out for these people, or avoid being this person yourself if you weren't sure. That's a great point there as well. I did have one request in the comments to maybe get some buddies together and act some of this out. I'm not ruling that out. We might do that in a future version of this. Could be very fun. If I can find a unique way to present it that doesn't really just duplicate too much of what we've done here. Maybe get them to dress up in some cool characters and kind of be those guys and kind of play it up Saturday Night Live style. That could be fun. But if you guys have any other folks that you would put in a potential third part to this video, please drop that below in the comments. And I can't tell you how much I thank you guys enough for helping me grow the channel. I'm going to link the other video above here with another video linked or playlist or something. I don't remember which side is which, so I apologize. You're just going to have to deal with it. But I appreciate you guys. And until next time, cheers.